I am now 12 credits behind. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video it is going to be a part 1 to my school update video. I'm obviously in a different place, and if you were new to my channel, normally it's just my couch as the background, but I wanted to get this video up and edited before, because I have a vlog to go up that is my first day back to school vlog, and there's going to be 2 parts to this, and it's just me long, and I just want to get them up as soon as possible. So Leslie is sleeping right there. If you guys do not know or are literally brand new here, I'll bring you up to speed. I am a teen mom, and I got pregnant at 15, had my daughter at 16. I am 18 now, and Leslie will be 2 in October 13th. So yeah, this part 1 video is basically just going to be explaining my past with schooling and my story of how basically I wouldn't have graduated on time with or without having Leslie. And the part 2 will be where I'm at now and my thoughts and feelings on everything now. So anyways, I'm just going to jump right in because I've been talking already for a minute. So part 1, so behind the scenes of my school, my schooling has been messed up pretty much since my family moved into the big house. And hear me out here. So my parents were together, and when I was around 10 years old, we moved to a big house. Well, no, I was like around like 8 or something. Anyways, we moved to this big house, and my parents were together. I have 2 older sisters, and so we moved, and I switched schools. So I went to this school, and I'm just going to call this school the first school, okay? No, I'm going to call this the second school. So this second school I switched to, it was a grade 4, and things didn't really work out there. I was bullied a lot. So then, long story short, my parents switched me back to my very first school, which I grew up in since kindergarten, had all my friends there. So I finished out that schooling with the agreement that I would have a tutor after school. So I did that. My grades went up a lot. My tutoring really helped, and I had an IEP, so my tutoring really helped with my IEP. I had it in writing and reading, and then that would affect my math because I wouldn't be able to understand the question. Anyways, so finished up my grade 4 year at this school, and then I went to my 3rd school, and that school only went up to grade 5. So I went to that school. I was bullied a little bit, but nothing like a grade 4 where a bully broke my arm. So story time to that video somewhere on the screen. So grade 5 year wasn't that bad. I loved my teachers, and it was pretty good. So when I graduated from grade 5, I went back to my 2nd school with all my friends from the 3rd school where I graduated grade 5, and I was very bullied for grade 6. It was horrible. Got into not quite as bad as grade 4, but a little bit of the equal. I standing at the office a lot, just got into a lot of fights. So my family decided to switch me back to my very first school, and at this time, this is where my parents broke up. And I was, I don't know, like 10, 11, 12, I don't even know exactly the time frame, but I was around there. My parents split up. Well, they split up for a year, and then they saved up to each buy their own houses. So I flip-flopped between homes a lot, between like my mom, my dad, apartment building, like a whole bunch of different things in there, which I'm not going to disclose that information just because I do block that part out of my life, just because it was really hard on me, and my grades dropped a lot. I wasn't attending school as much. It just wasn't good for a few years there. So then grade 6, my family decided to switch me back to my very first school, and I moved officially back in with my mom, my sisters, and we had a townhouse. Life was great. Along there, things got messed up, but again, not going to say that. Maybe one day in the future I'll disclose that, but I need my family's permission to say everything that went on, because it's not just my story, it's my family's story, so I have to respect their privacy. So anyways, Grade 6, I went back to my first school, and it was great. I did grade 6, 7, and 8 there, and was bullied a lot, but nothing too bad. That is also where my depression and anxiety and eating disorder really set in, was grade 6, 7, and 8. It was a build-up from grade 4 to grade 5 and up, but it was really just like those years from grade 4 to grade 8 was just the build-up, and then the impact of it all happening, and like self-harm and all that stuff really kicked in. That's also when I had my 4-year relationship. And the relationship at the time was just super unhealthy, which didn't help anything. My grades also picked up a lot when I went back to my first school in grade 6, 7, and 8. My grades picked up, but there was still a lot of bullying, still a lot of flip-flop of friends. But anyways, yes, so finished out that year, had all my credits, I was great, was golden child. And then for grade 9, I went to a self-paced school, and this is where my sisters both went. It worked out for my first sister, and then my second sister was here, there, but it didn't really work out. So I went to the self-paced school, and I was bullied a lot, and I'll get into a whole school advice video talking about boys and all that stuff. But yeah, it was really hard. I was bullied a lot, but I finished out that year with 7 credits because I carried over a class just because I didn't go. I hibernated that winter, and when I say hibernated, like I literally went to school twice out of that whole winter in grade 9. So I really hibernated, didn't really go. My grades were just passes, and they weren't very good. I didn't really care about school. I was bullied a lot, gave teachers attitude. Like, it was just a rough time for me, and that's also when my depression and anxiety was still there, and that's really when panic attacks really started to hit. The anger that I had turned into anxiety and panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and just panic attacks and anxiety attacks are a little bit of the both, but have their own separations. So yeah, that's when that happened. So then I was with my dad for grade 9, so I moved back with my mom for grade 10, and this was a whole new town, so different people, which I loved the fresh start idea, and I think that really helped me. But anyways, so I have a whole chart here in case you guys are really curious what I keep looking down for. A whole chart. So then, I shouldn't say chart, a list. And so then grade 10 I moved back, and the first semester of grade 10 worked out great. Keep in mind I still lost 1 credit, so I didn't have all my credits from the year prior. So grade 10, first semester, my grades went up. They were amazing, and the year I finished, well, that semester I finished it strong. And then second semester of grade 10 in January, I got pregnant. So I finished out that year. I got 8 credits for my grade 10. This is really where it gets messed up. So grade 11, I went back first semester, no, I took a semester off after having my daughter. So that left me 4 credits behind. Well, 5 including the grade 9. So then I went back the second semester of grade 11, and I got 2 credits. They wanted me to get 4, but I said no, I cannot handle 4 along with having a new baby. So they said, okay, that's fine. So I got 2 credits, and I was still center of attention. That girl had a baby, and I have a whole pregnant high school video. And it was hard being pregnant in school. Honestly, just go watch the video. I'm very in-depth and descriptive. I've also had people from my old school message me that watched that video and didn't realize how hard it actually was on me, and apologized to me. So thank you to those people if you're watching. So then I only got 2 credits out of my grade 11 year. So that leaves me 7 credits behind. So then grade 12 year, I went back the next semester, and it turned into a giant shitstorm. The teachers were not supportive. The principal was not supportive. The students were very disrespectful. I was getting bullied yet again. And it was rough, and it was hard, and I felt very disrespected, and that's when I really learned where my voice was. And when I felt disrespected, I told someone, and I told the teacher many times, and I could give a whole story time of my food and culture class that I was disrespected and bullied, and the teacher was just outright ignorant towards me. And I wasn't quite sure what it was from. I think part of it was because of having my daughter. I think part of it was just because I don't eat meat, and in that class she wanted me to eat meat, and I was willing to work around it, but she wasn't. Let me know if you guys want to hear a story time about what actually went down in that class. But anyways, so then I ended up getting a board teacher, and I want to say board teacher, but it was a teacher from the school board. He would come in once a week, and he took over my food and culture class and a history class for me. No, a geography. And so we met every week for about a month or two, and everything was going great, and I thought, honestly, I would get all my credits. Well, the 2 credits that I was assigned to, and he started to get really creepy and a little bit too close, make me feel uncomfortable, so I just started handing stuff in only online and not going in to see him. So by the end of the year, I finished all my work with him, and he never gave me the credits. So I didn't get any of those credits, so I don't know the math anymore, but I am now 12 credits behind. It's hard to say I'm 12 credits behind, all because I had my daughter and my schooling was just messed up from the very beginning. It sucks, honestly. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional about this, because I've come to terms with this for a while. But yeah, I'm 12 credits behind, and the journey has been long and tiring and exhausting, and school meetings and being disrespected and not getting the help I need. In case you guys are wondering where my daughter went, when I did go to school the first semester after having her 3 days a week for 2 hours, my sisters were, I'm so grateful, my sisters were able to babysit her, so I didn't have to put her in daycare. Personally, I don't like daycare. In my situation, I'm very lucky that I have my family support in the matter of them being able to babysit instead of me having to do daycare. Personally, I don't like that option, and all the teen mom schools around me aren't very good. They're full of drama, and the board even says that they're not very good. So that's not really an option. So I'm going in the part 2 video, which I really hope you guys watched if I know where I am now. In the part 2 video, I'm going to explain my future plans, how I feel about leaving my daughter to go to school, talking about losing motivation, babysitting, how I'm feeling now about school, because the school environment sucks. To me anyway, how I feel about that, and just everything, where I'm at now, and how this year is going to transpire. I was going to say play out. So in case you guys are really curious of that, please go watch part 2. I know this part 1 was very long, but I feel like this backstory was needed for you guys to understand you guys to understand the whole part 2 and where I'm at now. But anyways, hope to see you guys in part 2, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and really kind of got to know me a little bit more, and maybe even found me a little bit more relatable to your situation. So